Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Delaney if you're new here, and today's video is a part of my Fashion Friday series. I do a fashion video every Friday. I also have weekly vlogs every Wednesday and some bonus videos in there. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely be sure to do so you can catch all of my upcoming content. And for today's Fashion Friday video, I am doing a closet tour. I'm going to share exactly what my closet looks like, how it is organized, and all that good stuff. So I'm excited for this. You guys have been requesting it, and it's something a little bit different. So let's get started. Okay, Mom.
Okay.
The star of the show. Special guest is here. If you guys already watched the vlogs, you know Molly Mellon. Soon to be. Molly Melly.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
So you guys already know her if you watch the vlogs. If you don't, this is Molly. She is one of our best friends, and she also works with us full time. So she is an integral part of this closet organization.
Stunning closet.
Yes, because I really like being organized, but I'm not the best person at actually coming up with organizing systems. And Molly is, you know, look at this. She is
a good organizer.
My organizing
if I do
savior.
say so myself.
Yes, she's going to be helping explain everything in this video and help walk us through part of our organization process. It was a bit of a collaboration, so we're just gonna dive in and share the system. The first part of the closet that we're gonna share with you guys is the Denim Bay. So as you can see, I have a lot of denim. I'm a big denim fan. And we wanted to do it like kind of color coordinated, so it kind of goes by like wash I would say. Yeah, and then there's like prints and colored denim over here. Molly has these hangers that are kind of a big part of our closet design.
Felt hangers always. Delaney had a lot of plastic hangers. We have donated those because they just do not work for us.
They take up more space, actually.
They take up more space, stuff slides off, they break super easily.
They're not as aesthetic.
No. So we went for all matching. These are from Target.
They have the black head as well.
Black metal, I guess. And they come in this one with the bar underneath and also the one without the bar underneath for like smaller tank tops and stuff.
I have one of those here.
Oh yeah. So that was our biggest thing, is that we took every single thing out of this closet and replaced all the hangers, sorted through what Delaney didn't want anymore, and then rehung everything.
Yeah. So this is actually a huge space saver.
Yeah.
Because the plastic ones, you don't really realize, but they are just much bulkier and they take up more room. And as you can see, my closet is very full. So any bit of space that we could save, we did. So that, I would say, is a huge tip. Okay, so then next down here, we have blacks and whites and grays. I am usually a very big neutrals girl, so this is a huge portion of my closet. And like Molly said, we went through everything, we got rid of things as much as I could, then we organized by color and also like, what would you say?
Like category, probably.
Yeah.
So we did color originally. We had black stuff here, and then this was sort of like hodgepodge of rainbow stuff. And we switched it just visually. It's more appealing to go.
That was all her. I didn't even like think of that or realize that. So I really do appreciate that touch. Like as soon as I saw the difference, I'm like, oh, that is like, that just makes more sense.
Yeah, and I think visually when you're planning your outfits, it's easier to see things this way. So like Delaney said, we did by color obviously, but then within each color there's categories. So like we have all of her faux leather stuff here.
I have tons of leather jackets. Like this is a vice for me, so kind of a lot of those.
We separated like space. She has a collection of black tanks, and then we moved on to like black bodysuits. So if she knows like she has a pair of high-waisted jeans that she wants a bodysuit and not a tank, she can look for that. Like she said, it's still a full closet. We got rid of so much stuff, but it's still pretty full. So it's good to have the stuff categorized so you don't
it's less overwhelming
lose
that
stuff
way.
in the shuffle.
Yeah, and I feel like you can get more use out of your clothes when you're styling because it's more organized and properly laid out, so you kind of know like where to grab from and where you need to grab from more. Like, oh, I haven't worn a blazer in a really long time, I'm gonna go over there. So organizing by category and color is a great tip for aesthetic, but also functionality.
For styling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way we did it is we took everything out and then we put all of the black items together, and then I sort of hung them back up one by one, placing them with like their matching category until the rack is full.
Mm-hmm. And like, just luckily it all fit.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we will go over to this portion of the closet. We'll get through all the clothes and then we'll do accessories and things like that. Moving on to this section, like I mentioned, I'm a big neutrals girl, so I have a whole bay dedicated to kind of like tans, browns, and creams, I would say, which all fall into the neutral category. And same thing here, we went by color and category, or right?
Yeah, it gets a little tricky when you have items that are not all a solid color, like black and white. So I would say just do your best to stick within the color family. And if it's a pattern, just choose like whichever color is most prominent in the pattern and group that with its little family.
And even if it's not like some of these could go in different sections and would look good anywhere kind of, because it's like, it's not like, unless all of your clothes are just solids, it's gonna be hard to, you know, keep that super fine. So yeah, lots of comfy, cozy things I'm seeing in this bay, because I'm guessing that's just kind of what I gravitate towards for like sweaters and coats, it looks like.
Yeah, it's cool to see like the trends of how you shop too, based on what you have.
So true.
Because the neutrals is a lot of chunky knits and texture.
And then we go down here to the color bay. I have been incorporating more color into my wardrobe as of lately, having a lot of fun with that. And same thing here, we just organized by color. There's like a lot of pattern and like there's a lot of expression happening.
I love it though. I think this section is so cute.
This is like the happy section.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like fluid with where you put things. Like a lot of the colorful things have multiple colors in them, so they can just go, you know, in whatever section. And then in this little corner we have a little bit of free space.
Which we did not have before.
Yeah, so that's where the extra hangers live. We'll see how long the space survives.
We are going to try as best we can to remove something if Delaney brings something else in here.
Yes, so wish us luck.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
And then the last clothes section is Clayton's 2 bays of the closet. So obviously I have way more clothes, I'll be the first to admit it. And Clayton is a super good sport. This is actually our first house that we've ever lived in that he has been in the bedroom closet. He's always been in like the spare bedroom closet or the coat closet. Actually in college, like we've put the kid through the ringer. So he is in this bedroom closet, which is a big come up, and you know, 2 bays is maybe not the most generous, but I work in the line of fashion, so he understands.
We color coded him too. He got the same treatment, so don't feel bad for him.
Yeah. He is messier than me, so I don't know how much he will respect the system over time, but we hope, we pray. The thing that Clayton does that really bothers me in the closet is he takes clothes off the hanger and then leaves the hanger, like he just rips the clothes off and then the hanger is there.
Pointing upward and it...
I always discard my hanger to
you have to.
Like it makes me really sad when he does that.
Okay, well he needs to work on that.
That's my only grievance.
Okay.
So yeah, he has pants and tops and jackets. He has the whole shebang over here.
All in one. It looks good though.
Yeah. All right, now we are gonna move on to accessories, which I also have a lot of. So this is probably like the biggest part that Molly came in and created really good systems that I personally would have never thought of, and like I'm still amazed by. It's just so much more functional than it was before.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so we're gonna start with hats in the category of accessories. So I have a bunch of like wide brim hats.
Yeah, fedoras, felt hats,
straw hat.
Yeah.
Anything that kind of takes up a lot of space like that, we put on this shelf on top of the Denim Bay, just because that is not like a super functional space since it's really high, but it is like a lot of surface area.
Yeah, they have to lay flat. So the hats used to be stacked up because we didn't have this full ledge of room before, but now we do, so we're just laying them flat, hopefully they can stay that way.
Yeah, if they can't, they can be stacked on top of each other, like pretty flat if we need more space up there, but like that space is not the most functional. Like we don't want to put anything up there that we use a ton,
right,
because it's really high up there for me.
Right. And then we have this hook. This was here when you moved in, right?
Yes, so this is actually the previous owner is maybe really good at organizing too, because I would have never thought of this feature, and it's a very functional thing to add to your closet, and it also saves a lot of space.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to use that space for anything else. So basically just above the doorway in our closet is like a coat rack.
Yeah, just a bunch of hooks. What is it? Like 7 or 8 hooks?
Yeah, and then you can just hang caps on there, like baseball caps, dad hats, trucker hats, anything like that.
Yep.
So that is a really good use of space and functionality for hats. So good tip. Thank you to previous owner for that.
Then we have all of the other types of hats that you can think of. Bucket hats, beanies, all of that.
Berets, yeah.
We had these big shelves that were big and open, so we used these acrylic dividers to divide into categories of hat and sort of just make it all fit snug and stay together and stay organized.
Yes, so I would say this is another ingenious idea by Molly. I think the acrylic is really nice for the aesthetic that we're going for. You could obviously do maybe like metal or plastic or whatever, but acrylic is really nice, and it just gives a little bit of like structure to the space, whereas if your hats were just in here, they could fit without the dividers, but they would be like falling all over the place.
Yeah.
So this was really creative, really good. Props to Mal on that. And it's just it's our hat filing system.
It is. They're like files all stacked up in a row.
Okay, so that is it for the hats in the closet. And then I think we'll move on to shoes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of a
sneaker wall.
A big star of the show, I would say. You guys always ask about this little sneaker organization over here on Instagram, so Molly will explain to you her vision and strategy for this, because again, it was ingenious.
So one of my favorite things in organization is to use risers, which are just these little shelves. A lot of times these built-ins will have like big open spaces, and while it seems like it's good to have a lot of space, sometimes you need to segment your space.
Maximize.
Yeah, maximize and segment your space. So we got a ton of these acrylic risers to fit 2 pairs per cube all the way down, and we did the same thing for Clayton's shoes. They have to go the other way because his feet are too long to fit this way, but the risers are a must-have, and you could do that with like beauty products in the bathroom or anything, but it makes 2 shelves out of 1.
It made such a big difference, because before we literally just had like 1 pair of shoes in each of these shelves, so the maximizing of that is insane. It's such a good idea, and it's also really aesthetic. Like it looks good.
It's cool. It looks like a clothing store, like a shoe store.
Yeah, they're like on display. It just looks so good. So absolutely loved that idea, and again, it's space saving.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Or saves space.
Saves space. Yeah, that's hard to say. And then we'll also bring you guys to the closet in the guest bedroom where the rest of my shoes are, because I think you guys probably know that this is not all the shoes.
It's just the sneakers.
Not even all the sneakers.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I told you guys I would share this little shoe portion as well, because as you see with my clothes and my accessories and everything else, I have a lot of fashion items. So that part of my closet is not all of my shoes, and here is where the rest live. So we got these built-ins done specifically in mind with the amount of shoes I own. So this is all done by the company California Closets, and Clayton designed it all. If you guys don't know, Clayton actually has a degree in engineering, and he used to be an engineer. So he designed this, and he made some bays taller so that my boots and my booties could fit in them, and then some are shorter for like heels and sneakers. So love this. It's super aesthetic. It's really nice to style from and pull from because it looks so good and it's very clear. You can also obviously like point all the shoes outward if you want. You can play around with it and it just looks really nice. So this is kind of my system for my shoes, and then that side of the closet is clothes for shooting and collabs and work and things like that. So just a little bit more closet space, but this is also our guest bedroom, so if we have guests, we can always pull those clothes out so they actually have some hanging space. Yeah, and this is just kind of my little shoe wall. And then we have a couple of shoes up there that are Clayton's as well, and then some like fancy pairs of shoes of mine are in little acrylic boxes. Yeah, this shelf, just to keep them like extra protected and kind of, again, just keeping them like in a structure is really nice. Something I never thought of.
Yeah.
Next, we'll share purses, because I think that's a really hard thing for people to figure out organizational systems for as well. So before Molly worked her magic, my purses were just kind of like in a
dust
pile.
bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were piled up. Some of them were in dust bags, which is obviously good to protect it, but then you can't see anything.
And no structure. They were just like a literal pile.
Yeah, and Delaney has so many beautiful pieces, so we want her to be able to use them and style them and see what she has.
Yeah, so this is way more functional to be able to be like, oh, I haven't worn this purse in a while, let me grab it because I can see it. When it's in the dust bag, you literally have to open like each one to remember, which is a huge waste of time. So yeah, this protects them kind of like a dust bag. And then we have different sizes for these, because obviously it's not really like a one size fits all kind of purse. So larger ones are up there.
Yeah, we got these huge acrylic display boxes for the larger purses, and then most of the other ones we were able to fit in like the standard organizational boxes, and these just flip open, so Delaney can pull one out and flip it open if she wants it. And I think they're actually better than the dust bag because they protect against like getting squished or piling on top of each other. Yeah, and they're just cuter.
Yeah, so we love those. And then I also have a lot of bags that I use for styling that aren't as nice. They're just like, honestly, like really cheap little bags, so those can be more like kind of squished together. So we put those in just white organizing bins, I guess. These are plastic, but they still just kind of fit seamlessly overall with the materials in here, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of where I put all of those, and I would imagine that not most people have as many purses and accessories as I do. I have so many for styling purposes. You know, if I want to create a video about like eras, different eras, I should have, you know, so many different accessories to pull from, or different styles, different moods, everything. It just makes me hold on to a lot more stuff, I would say. And I hold on to things that I love for a really long time too. Like there are pieces that I still have in my closet that I have had since like 8th grade, so a really long time, but I still love them, or they're still special to me, so we find a way to make them work. Like just this off the top of my head, I got this when I was in high school with my grandma, and I've just always kept it because it's like really special to me, and I always think it's really cute too. So
it sparks joy, we keep it.
Yes, Marie Kondo. Okay, and then we will move on to jewelry and
everything else.
Miscellaneous accessories, I guess. Okay, so this is a big like star in the show, I would say as well. You guys always ask about this jewelry area on Instagram, and again, Molly came through with such good ideas on this. Before, I don't even remember what it was like.
So before we had those felt cards with the hanging necklaces, which was a good idea, but again, Delaney has to have so many for styling that they were stacked on top of each other, and you couldn't get any out or see what they were. So now we have rotating plastic, and you can open these up. They rotate all the way around so that we can see and grab really easily.
Yes, I clearly have so many necklaces, but this is a really nice way to display them, and the like clear plastic acrylic vibe just goes with everything else and makes it look really seamless. And then this is just like a really nice jewelry bay. And then these acrylic boxes, jewelry boxes that Molly discovered are also amazing. Before, I don't even know what I was doing with my earrings and rings. I can't remember.
They were just in like a dish.
Yeah, it was not organized at all. This is like an amazing way to kind of look at my jewelry, and I just feel way more organized and at peace about the whole situation. It seems so much less cluttered. So it's a small thing, but I feel like it has made a big difference in the overall closet system, and just like you said, like sparking joy, like that makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think it takes away stress from the beginning of your day or in the middle of your day for Delaney, trying to find stuff to style or to wear, because we're always looking for that one thing, and we know we put it underneath that one other thing, and you'll never find it.
If it has a place, it is just better for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have a few more acrylic bits that are just, you know, aesthetic and life-saving. So on the bottom shelf of the closet, we have these acrylic dividers that all of my swimsuits go into, because my swimsuits are typically very small.
They can fit.
Teeny weeny, itsy bitsy, whatever they call that, bikini. So they just go into these little dividers, which before they were all just in a like one massive bin. And this is so much better because they are like together.
Yeah, you
like,
guys know it's the same thing with socks.
Right.
You can never find the bottom or the top to the bikini you want to wear. So we've paired them off. They live in their own little house, and she can still mix and match if she wants.
It's so much more organized than just having them all in one bin. And again, this is something I would have never thought of. So really good idea, go Molly. And then on top of the bathing suits, we also have more acrylic dividers for other accessories. So like this one is full of belts. This is the best system I've ever had for belts because they're really hard to store. You could like hang them, or I used to have them in a drawer, and it was just tricky. A mess. Like,
they're tricky. We use this stuff again so they can all have their own little home. We did the same thing with scarves. I think a really good organizational hack is like, don't just search for closet items or like closet organization. I know that these are actually supposed to be for tea bags, like in the pantry. So I would say whatever you're thinking of organizing, just think of what size they are and then search all organization items.
Yeah, that's so smart. Yeah. You're so good at this. So yeah, these are both really aesthetic and very helpful as well. Okay, and then in these two drawers, and this one is Clayton's drawer. It has like his underwear and socks, and like it's kind of a mess in there. That's all that's in there. And then this drawer is just all socks and tights of mine, and it's just, you know, they're just in there. They're just, you know,
living free.
Yeah, you know, having that kind of lifestyle. And then over here is my underwear drawer. So are these like clothes organizers?
Yes, I think these are traditional drawer organizers, and they work perfectly for like rolling up. I always roll underwear. I think it's the best way to store it, and then also you can sort of see what the underwear looks like.
So much better. Or it was like an explosion of
underwear. You just cannot ever find what you're looking for.
This is like, it sparks joy. It's a simple thing, but just like a little divider for your panties is maybe what you need. And then this drawer, same thing, is just little dividers for like bras, lingerie, sports bras, anything like that. And it's just a simple little thing to kind of just like plug into your drawer. So we will link everything in the description box for you guys that we used, everything that's available at least, and maybe alternatives if we can't find it.
We'll find something.
Yeah, this is my closet. This is how it works. Thank you to Molly, obviously,
You're
for
welcome.
all of your ideas and skills, and thank you for sharing them with the people too, because I think everybody deserves to have their closet flow like this.
Agree. It's such a nice feeling.
It's so nice. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.